A hexagonal lamina of sides 25 mm rests on one of its sides on VP. The lamina 45 degrees to VP and the side on which it rests is 45 degrees to HP. Draw its projections. So here he says it is resting on VP. So obviously the initial position of the hexagonal lamina has to start from the vertical plane, that is from the front view, and is resting on one of its sides on VP. The side which is resting on which VP has to be perpendicular to HP, and all the sides should be parallel to VP, and that means all the sides should be on VP, so that you can see when you look from the top view, you can see here all the sides are on VP, and also the surface is perpendicular to HP, so we can see a line in the front view. So here when you look from the front view, you are marking this as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and F dash, and when you look from the top view, you can see that ABC is near to the observer, so ABC is visible, DEF is away from the observer, so DEF is in brackets. So this is how you are going to place the initial position, and we can see in the 2D analysis also, when you look from the front view, you can see a hexagon such that the two sides of the hexagon is perpendicular to HP, and also the surface is perpendicular to VP, perpendicular to HP. So obviously in HP you can see it becomes a line. So similarly, when you look from the top view, ABC is near to the observer, so ABC is visible, and DEF becomes away from the observer, so it becomes invisible. So both this and this are very same, but the only thing is we are writing it in orthographic view, and this we have written in 3 dimension. Now, the lamina makes 45 degrees to VP such that it is resting on one of its sides on VP. So we are resting one of the sides is A dash F dash is the side which is resting on VP. So when you look from the top view, you can see that it is on the XY line, and since A is near to the observer, so A is visible, and F is away from the observer, so it becomes invisible. Then, since the surface is inclined to VP at 45 degrees, so the surface inclination can be seen in the horizontal plane. You can see the 45 degree is marked on the horizontal plane, and also the surface is perpendicular to HP. So obviously you are going to get a line in the HP. So here B and E, B is visible, A is invisible, so E is in bracket. Similarly C is visible and D is away from the observer, so it becomes invisible. So this is how we are going to write the second position, top view and front view. Now here when you are looking at the 2D analysis, you can see here, so it is resting on one of the sides on VP, so we are marking that AF is on vertical plane, and the surface is made an angle of 45 degrees to VP, so you can draw the surface is parallel inclined to VP at 45 degrees, so that inclination can be seen in the horizontal plane. You can see this is the horizontal plane, on that you will be able to see the inclination. And when you look from the front view, so this is how you are going to get the projected surface of the hexagon in the front view, that is on the vertical plane. So we are to have the better clarity, we have not shown the projected surface on the vertical plane. That is only because it becomes clumsy. So now the next position is the side on which it rests is 45 degrees to HP. So which is the side which is resting on HP? The side which is resting on VP is AF, A dash F dash. So that is the one which is going to be in VP, and which has been rotated by an angle of 45 degrees. That is basically because that AF which is parallel to VP. So since it is parallel to VP, so you are getting the true length here. So since the inclination given is also true inclination, so you rotate the second position front view such that the side which is on VP will be made inclined at 45 degrees to HP. So this is the inclination what you will going to get with respect to HP, and this is the lamina in space. So now here also we can see in the third position front view. So when AF is parallel to VP, so you are getting the true length in VP here, A dash F dash. That will going to be the length of the side, which will going to be 25 mm. So since the inclination given is also a 45 degrees to true inclination, so on true inclination we will going to get the true length. So first you rotate the second position front view such that A dash F dash is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. So and rewrite the sketch of the second position front view in the third position front view, and then write the corresponding top view. We can see here that AF is on the vertical plane, and the surface makes an angle of 45 degrees, and the side on which it rests is 45 degrees to HP. and also the surface is inclined at 45 degrees to VP, and this is a hexagonal lamina of 25 mm. So this is how we will be able to analyze the 3D analysis and also from the 2D analysis. But now we will going to solve this problem in a sketchbook. So how to solve this problem? First we are going to draw the thin XY line and mark XY and VP and HP. VP will be above XY line and HP will be below XY line. So first we need to draw the hexagon which is on the vertical plane because one of the sides is on VP, and also he has given the surface inclination with respect to VP. So obviously the initial position has to be in vertical plane. So first what you have to do is draw a vertical line. That is basically because since it is resting on one of its side, the side which is resting on VP has to be perpendicular to HP. Then only you will be able to see the point in the top view. Now consider any point and by using the compass measure a radius of 25 and draw a circle such that the circle will cut the vertical line at these 2 points. That is, one point is here and the other point is here, because this is the diameter what we are considering. So you mark this point as B dash and E dash. Then through B dash, you by using the compass take a radius of 25 and cut an arc on the left side, and also by using the same point you are going to cut on the arc on the right side of the circumference of the circle. Similarly with E dash as center, by the same radius of 25 cut an arc on this side and also on this side, so that you will going to get these points F dash and D dash, and you mark them. So then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash, E dash to F dash, and F dash to A dash with a dark line. So this is how we are going to write the hexagon with one of the sides perpendicular to HP. And since now all the sides are parallel to VP, so you are getting the true shape in VP. And when you look from the top view, the surface is perpendicular to HP, so you are getting a line in the top view. So that line will be on the XY line. That is basically because one of the sides has to rest on VP. So obviously we have to keep all the sides on VP first, and then we have to be rotated such that one of the sides is on vertical plane. Now here, then we are going to show the dimensions of 25 here. Then since one of the sides are in VP, so we are going to consider the side which is perpendicular to HP. The side which is perpendicular to HP is A dash F dash. So that is the point which you are going to consider AF. Either you can take AF or you can consider CD. If you are considering AF, you are rotating clockwise. If you are considering CD, then you have to rotate in counterclockwise. That is the only difference. Now first we are going to consider AF is on vertical plane. So first consider at any convenient distance from the first position top view. From there you mark the point on XL line, because one of the sides has to be on vertical plane since it is on VP. So obviously that side will going to be a point, one of the point on the horizontal plane, and because that side is perpendicular to HP. Now so by using the protractor you measure an angle of 45 degree with respect to the XY line in the horizontal plane, because the inclination with respect to VP is seen in horizontal plane. Then by using the compass you measure the distance from A to C with A as center, cut an arc on this 45 degree line, and you will going to get this point which is C and bracket D. Then draw A and C with a dark line, and here also mark that point is A and F in bracket. Now measure the distance from A to B by using the compass with A as center, cut an arc on this 45 degree line, so that you are going to get this point B comma E in bracket. So this is how we will be, and draw A to C with a dark line. So this is how we will be able to reproduce the second position top view such that it is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. But still the surface is perpendicular to HP. So obviously in HP you are getting a line here. So now since we have changed the position in the top view in the second position, that is rotating by an angle of 45 degrees, now we will going to write the front view of this. So draw a vertical projector from A and F, and draw a horizontal projector from A dash and F dash. Both will going to intersect at this point and this point. You mark that point as A dash and F dash. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from B dash and E dash, and draw a vertical projector from B and E. Both will going to intersect at their respective points, which is at B dash in the front view here and E dash in the front view here. So then mark the points as B dash and E dash. So you mark these 2 points. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from C dash and D dash, and draw a vertical projector from C and D, so that it will going to intersect in the front view at this point, which will mark the point as C dash, and here you mark the point as D dash. Then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash, E dash to F dash, and F dash to A dash with a dark line, so that you will going to get the hexagon here in the front view. So now the side which is resting on the vertical plane is inclined at 45 degrees to HP, since the inclination given is the true inclination. And now we have to check whether this side is in true length or not. Now we can see that AF is on vertical plane, and also we can see both A and F is on the vertical plane. So obviously this line AF is parallel to VP. Since it is parallel to VP, so you are getting the true length in the vertical plane. Since you have got the true length in the vertical plane and also the inclination given is the true inclination, therefore we can take this A dash F dash directly by rotating at an angle of 45 degrees. That means we can reproduce the same second position front view in the third position, such that the line which is in VP, or the side which is in VP, is AF, which is A dash F dash, is inclined at an angle of 45 degrees. So what we have to do is we have to reproduce the second position front view in the third position. So how? First we are going to consider a point and draw a horizontal line. Throw that point, you mark that point as F dash. Throw that point, you by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 45 degrees with respect to the horizontal, and then by using the compass, you measure the distance from F dash to A dash. From F dash, you cut an arc on that inclined line. You are going to get this point A dash. Then mark the point of A dash. Then by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 90 degree with respect to A dash F dash by keeping the center on F dash. A dash. Mark the point of 90 degree with respect to AF, and then similarly with F dash as center, take the 90 degree line by using the protractor, rotating with respect to by rotating in the clockwise direction with respect to A dash F dash, and mark that point, and draw a perpendicular to A dash F dash, which is as shown. Now we will going to take the distance between A dash and C dash. So we are already having A dash. So from A dash to C dash you have a perpendicular to A dash F dash, and similarly F dash D dash is perpendicular to A dash F dash. So you measure the distance from A dash to C dash, and which is same as that of F dash to D dash. So with A dash as center, cut an arc on this inclined line which is drawn perpendicular to this. So perpendicular to A dash F dash, and mark this point as C dash. Similarly with F dash as center, again take the same radius, because both C and D will going to be on the same line. So obviously F dash and D dash should also have the same equal length. So from F dash also cut the arc on this perpendicular line, so that you will going to get this point D dash. Then we need to transfer B dash and D dash. To transfer the B dash and D dash, by using the compass, you measure the distance from A dash to this point, and similarly from A dash you cut an arc on this, and also from the F dash you cut an arc on this. So you got 2 points. Then join these 2 points and extend on either side, so that now you are going to measure the distance from F dash to B dash here. From this point to B dash you mark this point. Similarly from this point to E dash, you cut by transferring it on from this point to on this side of the E dash. So you mark the points as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, and F dash. Then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash, E dash to F dash, and F dash to A dash with a dark line. So that will going to be the third position front view, such that the side which is on VP has been inclined at 45 degrees to HP. Now to this we need to write the corresponding top view. So first you draw a vertical projector from A dash and F dash, and draw a horizontal projector from AF. Both will going to intersect at A and F on the XY line, because the side is on vertical plane. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from B and E. Draw a vertical projector from B dash and E dash. Both will going to intersect on B and E projector, then such that B dash will going to intersect at this point B, and D dash or A dash will going to intersect at this point E. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from C and D, and draw a vertical projector from C dash and also from D dash. Both will going to intersect at this point here C and here D. So once you mark all these points, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and F to A with a dark line. So we wanted to analyze whether the drawing is right, or whether we have considered all the points, all the conditions which are given in the problem. So hexagonal lamina of 25 mm side is resting on one of its sides on the vertical plane such that the surface makes an angle of 45 degrees to VP, and the side on which it rests, which is AF, is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. So this is how, since all the conditions are being considered, hence the problem is right. Even in the final position, you can see that AF is on vertical plane. So this is how we will be able to complete this problem.